Jerome don't want nothing to do with me.
He just got a lot of feelings that he doesn't know how to deal with.
Can't run away from shit, nigga. Maybe you run into something.
You know what they say about family, man? Can't live with them, can't live with them.
What's up, power fans on YouTube? It's your boy Nino and I'm back with another power video. If you are new to my channel, you are welcome. Kindly hit the subscribe button, like, and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Episode 2 of Raising Kanan season 5, I will say, is an okay episode because it's a build up to a lot of things that will be happening moving forward in this season. We see Raquel trying to take her business to Manhattan after Stefano warned her not to do business in Queens. We see Ferruso being eliminated as a result of betrayal by his driver, something that we expected to happen after he attempted to kill the devil and missed. We've seen Marvin still hunting for Unique to kill and many other interesting build-ups in this episode. Now, there are two interesting things that happen in this episode that I will be breaking down for you, which are the scenes where Kanan got arrested and Unique leaving Queens. But first of all, let me know your thoughts about the second episode so far. Now, let's talk about Unique's decision to leave. But I want you to tell me first, do you think Unique is gone, or he'll be back again? Now, we all know the rules of the game is either you go to jail or you end up dead. But we've seen Unique making the toughest decision ever as a drug dealer by creating the third option on how the game should end for him. We see him leaving the game by choosing family over his ego, and there are a lot of factors that contributed to that decision, which I will talk about soon. Now, most drug dealers won't and can't make such decisions easily, but he made a unique decision. I think the decision reflects his name, Unique, because he lived the name well by making this unique decision of choosing family over the game. But is Unique gone for good, or we'll have a piece of him later? We will talk about that soon, but before then, let's talk about the factors that contributed to his decision to leave. The first and primary thing that influenced his decision was his son Jerome and this hug he finally gave his father here. We all agree that Jerome has been through life-threatening situations as a child who doesn't even understand what is happening around him at the time. A key example is when Marvin shot at him and Unique inside the car, and had it not been that the car was a bulletproof car, they both might have been dead by now. Then the fact that he and his mom were kidnapped like that by Lou. Any child should be scared and distance himself from his father, especially knowing that he was the reason he found himself in such life-threatening situations. Now, this incident made Jerome not want to have anything to do with his father again, but you see this hug right here meant a lot to Unique at this point. This gave him the realization that it is not too late for another chance. Now, the second factor was what Vanessa was feeding his brain. We all know that after the beating from Ronnie, Unique has never been the same again mentally. He keeps telling himself this is all he can do, this is all for him and nothing else. But Vanessa's persistence and trying to make him see the brighter side of life together was a major contributing factor to his decision. Now, the next factor was when Unique realizes Breeze and Co were meeting behind closed doors with Stefano without him. You see, Breeze seems to talk too much and Unique is a smart guy too, so from their conversation, he realized they were trying to cut him off. And because of Unique's affiliation with Ferruso, Stefano will never agree to work with Unique. And yet, Stefano put the hit on Unique during their meeting. He didn't say it, but insinuated it based on his action before the meeting ended when he said, "I disagree."
I disagree.
Now, Unique found Kanan and was trying to tell him that Breeze, Snap, and Pops and Stefano don't care about them. He was trying to get Kanan to reason with him so that they can work together, but from all indications, no one wants him around, which made him a dead man on the streets, as well as with no connect, no supplier, and possibly no soldiers, since Breeze made it clear to him that soldiers fight for people who feed them. Now, still on Unique and Kanan, he asked some valid questions that made Kanan uncomfortable, to which I believe Unique suspects something. The fact that Kanan was not after him to kill after the word on the street was Unique put his uncle down gives a general impression that it was an inside job. Now, you remember how Kanan didn't blink to tell Unique that he killed Ronnie, right? His reaction this time alone gave Unique an impression that it could be him or Raquel or Marvin. Now, the last factor to the decision Unique made to leave the game was his conversation with Ackbar. Now, when Ackbar told him to lay low like he was about to do, Unique was still insisting that he can't run away from this and that's his problem. Then Ackbar said maybe it's not about running from things though, but maybe running to something. Now, this conversation sealed it for Unique to make this unique decision to to run to his family. Now, from the voiceover epilogue by Kanan the narrator, it's clear that Unique is out of the game and is never coming back. But is Unique done? Will he give up this easily without a fight? I don't think so. Now, here is a theory I have. Yes, Unique might be done with Queens and probably never coming back, but he might want to clear his name about the fact that he was not the one that killed Lou. I don't think Unique wants to be referred to as a runaway gangster. We know Unique is not a coward. He owns up to things that he has done. You remember when he killed Raquel's lawyer and hit on their spots? He confessed that to Raquel and he was singing that like a song to her face. And Raquel made that known to the family that Unique said he was the one responsible for all the hits. So clearly, he is the type that will take responsibility for anything on the street. But accepting something that he didn't do, I don't think he will let that go without clearing his name. Now, this is what I think Unique might do, and that will contribute to Marvin finding out the truth. Unique might hear about how Ackbar and the crew were killed. He gets to find out that Marvin has been looking for him to kill. He then realizes it might not be Marvin who killed Lou. That means it's between Kanan and Raquel. Then Unique will call Marvin to make him understand that, look, he wasn't the one that killed Lou. And Kanan knows the truth because Kanan saw him, Unique, for the last time before he left town. And Kanan could have had the drop on him, but he didn't do anything to him, which means Kanan knew who killed Uncle Lou. Unique might sound as though it could be Raquel, but Marvin, knowing his sister cannot kill Lou for nothing, leaves him with one suspect, and that is Kanan. There is no way or any justifiable reason for Raquel to kill Lulu. Marvin will start putting 2 and 2 together and now try to understand why Kanan was after his mother. Duke called Lou to intervene and Lou ended up dead. Now, to confirm, Marvin might ask Raquel if she killed their little brother. Her honest reaction will leave Marvin to one suspect, and that will be Kanan. And I'm sure that's why Marvin was seen beating the hell out of Kanan in the trailer. But let me know what you also think in the comment section below. But I think Unique will be a contributing factor to Marvin connecting the dots somehow. They said Unique is gone, but it doesn't mean Unique cannot make phone call and still be safe where he is. Now, talking about connecting the dots, Kanan just realized that his mother probably had nothing to do with Famous' death or that of Crystal. The reactions he got from these two police should tell him that he's been looking at the wrong enemy all this while. But we all know Kanan will always be Kanan. His anger towards his mother will not allow him to see the trees for the forest. But let me know what you also think in the comment section about this though. Now, Jukebox telling Aisha to go wasn't something she really meant to say, but I think Jukebox was doing that to protect her. Juke would rather be hurt and she stays alive than she dying because of her and her family issues. And if you ask me, that was the best decision from Juke, just to keep Aisha alive. Now, Juke tracking Garcia to see where he lives and seeing that he has a family is one bold move she has made, and I believe she will have some leverage on him soon. From the scene, you could see that Detective Garcia is a family man and he loves his family. I think Juke will make a bold but dangerous move to threaten his family. She will demand he stays away from hers, and Garcia, knowing the kind of family Juke is coming from, he might consider his wife's pregnancy condition and possibly back off her. And I think it will be in Garcia's best interest to make the right decision before something bad happens to anyone in his family. But drop your thoughts in the comment section as well. Let me know what was your highlight of the second episode. Mine was Unique's decision to leave and his conversation with Kanan. Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comment section below as well. And of course, let me know what your highlights for episode 2 was. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, most importantly, leave your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. Catch you in my next video. It's your boy Nino. Thanks for watching.